Okay, so once you're logged into Salesforce, you go and look at the dashboard that we created, Transition Manager dashboard, and then make sure that you refresh it to get the most up-to-date information. Once you do that, you scroll all the way down, and this report CTS task result is what you're going to want to use for a list of your tasks that have been inputted in this Salesforce. So this is a list of all the tasks that are there, and then you want to export it. I like exporting it as a CSV file. That way you don't have any formatting at all. Once it's downloaded, you open it, delete any. You don't necessarily have to do this, but I like to delete any columns that I'm not going to use, that I don't find useful. And then you want to make sure that you leave the ones that are going to be useful once you create and merge those passes for your students at each school. I would recommend doing the passes per school separately just because the location on each school will be different. So now you save it to whatever you want. I put 01 in the front of the title, so it's the first on my list once I select the type of sheet that I'm going to use to merge in the passes. Saved it on my desktop, and then make sure that you save it as a workbook, Excel workbook. And then once you do that, you go back to your template. This is a template that I'm using, and when you save yours, you can totally personalize it. Instead of college specialist, do your name. I would do each school's passes individually just so you are able to, on the two, you're able to specify where you're meeting with the student at the school that you are at. So as you can see here, I'm adding ID. I didn't have it initially, but ID I figured would be useful for you to check on your tasks, which student you're seeing. So after you do that, after your template's all ready to go, you hit mailings in Microsoft Word. Then you click use existing list because we'll be using the Excel sheet that we exported from Salesforce. So this case it's for Carl Hayden. We hit OK there. It's going to open both of the Excel and the Word, and then whatever tab that's available. But if you're exporting straight from Salesforce, it's usually that first tab. Okay, once it's opened, you're going to go to Insert Merged Fields, and then these are the columns, the headers on the Excel sheet. So as you can see, I put in the full name, and then I'm kind of like fixing some of the formatting. So for each pass, I'm going to pull in the field to merge as full name. So once we merge it, it's going to go row by row, and it's going to fill up the student's information based on the fields from the Excel sheet. I hope I'm explaining this right, but this is how you do it. Then class, we can do classroom number. That's the header that's displayed in the Excel sheet. I'm doing some formatting here. And then 2, you can actually type in wherever you're going to be at. I'm just assuming, let's say you're meeting the students in lab 3 for that week. So you can just fill in lab 3. And then classroom numbers for each. Just fixing some formatting issues right here. We're going to do classroom number again. Fixing some formatting. And then for ID as well, it's either PUHSD or TUHSD. So there you insert student ID for each of the passes. And then boom, you have it ready to merge. But In order for you to use each individual pass, you're going to have to select next record under each of the passes. That way the merging knows to go to the next row of student information. And then after that, you just hit edit individual, and boom, there you have it. Based on the list that you uploaded in the Excel, it's all merged for you. So now you get to print it, cut it, and distribute. I hope this was helpful. Now you can print it. Boom, there you go.